What's going on, everybody? Tim here, back with another video, and we've got another trend to talk about. Now, this one I'm really excited about because I think it could really change some things and change some things in a manner that we need to see changed, okay? I started thinking about this topic. I was watching a video on the YouTube channel, A View from, I think it's Appalachia. That's how you say it. Really good guy. I watch a lot of his content from time to time. I'll leave a link to his channel and this video in the description box. But he was talking about going into Walmart and he turned around and didn't buy anything and left. Okay? Now, this on its own is nothing special. I feel like we've all had occasions when we've gone into Walmart and for whatever reason, we just ran back out the door. Okay? Too many people was running into you with their carts. Too many Walmart people roaming around. You know what I'm talking about. A family of 8, none of them got shoes on. You know what I mean? They're putting their feet on the scales in the fruit section. You know, that type stuff. You know what I mean? I've been to Walmarts all over the country. So I'm definitely a Walmart person, but y'all know the Walmart people we talking about. So we've all had reasons why we've read about the Walmart from time to time, I'm sure. But in this case, he was talking about rising prices and things of that nature. And it really got me thinking about this whole buy nothing movement, or what I'm now calling the buy nothing rebellion, that I've seen brewing over the past few years, but it seems like it's really coming to a head now for a couple of different reasons. And that's what makes it special. So I think in the beginning, you had a lot of people, kind of like minimalists like myself, and other people who just didn't want to buy a lot of stuff, and they were doing buy nothing weeks or buy nothing months, or some people got real extreme and did buy nothing years, and they were like, I'm not buying nothing new for a whole year. You had kind of people like that who were doing it as a choice or to make a statement, and you still have people like that, and you're seeing more and more people coming around to that on the internet. But I think what makes this time period special is because you have those people as well as a growing number of people who are buying nothing because they just can't afford it, okay? And that's when you know a movement or something is really picking up steam, when it comes from two different angles, okay? I said this years ago about living in RVs, living in cars. I said this 2017, 2018. I'm like, it's gonna explode. I said it's gonna explode. This is gonna be a standard way of living. It's not just gonna be a fad. I was like, it's not just influencer girls on Instagram living in their Sprinter vans to try to get brand deals. You're having more and more people do it because they can't afford to pay rent. Same thing's happening here. I think we're having more and more people who can't afford to buy stuff saying, I'm not gonna buy stuff. But we're also having a growing number of people, sadly, who can't afford to buy stuff, right? It's just getting too pricey. There's a lot of people who's like, hey, I would love to still be out there buying stuff. I can't afford it. I done maxed out the credit cards. Klarna's calling me. They want their money too. I just can't keep buying stuff. I can't anymore. It's too expensive. When you add in too, there's a growing number of people like myself that I really don't, I've always been a minimalist. I never bought a lot of stuff. But when I do go to buy something now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be crap. you know what I mean? I talked about this a while back, at the beginning of the year. I wanted to buy a new laptop. I'm a content creator. I need a good laptop. I saved up the money to get a good laptop. I remember back in the day, if you had $1,000, you got a lot of laptop. You know what I mean? You was in there. I went laptop shopping and I'm just bro, I could tell they were all crap. Looking at the display models, I'm like, this is crap, bro. The one I ended up getting, I'm blessed to have it and it gets the job done, but it's crap. Let's be honest, it doesn't work like it should work. So I think that's where we're having this merging of more and more people waking up and being like, I'm not gonna play their game and spend all my disposable income and go into credit card debt to buy stuff just because they told me I need it to impress other people. Then you're having people being like, I literally cannot afford to buy anything. I literally have to figure out a way to make $130 last for 2 weeks. All I can buy is the essentials. And then you have people being like, I'm not gonna fall for this crap they're unloading on us. I'm not gonna do it. And I think more and more people are joining these ranks in whatever group they fall into, and I love it. Now, I don't like the fact that people who just genuinely can't afford to buy stuff. Nobody wants to work all week, get their paycheck, and be broke. You're supposed, like here's, I was thinking about this the other day. Living paycheck to paycheck is a dream for a lot of people these days. Like, remember the good old days we was living paycheck to paycheck? Now that's gone. Now people is broke as soon as they get their paycheck. It's crazy, you know? So I don't like more people joining that group, you know? But I do like the fact that more and more people are not just giving in and just buying things just because they put fancy commercials out there to say buy them. Now, I'm not against buying. I mean, I buy stuff, but I'm like, if I need it, I buy it. If I really, really, really want it, I buy it. For decades now, we've been just smack dab in the middle of consumerism, and we've just been buying any and everything just because like it gives us this momentary like dopamine hit, or it makes us feel good, or we feel like if I own this luxury item, then it says something about me. But it has not been like making us happy. You know what I mean? And that's been my issue. That's why I say, if there's something you really need and it's gonna fill a need in your life, cool. If there's something you really want and it's genuinely gonna make you happy because you have a hobby or it's something you really like and it brings you like genuine happiness and is worth the money, I get it. But for decades now, we have been going to work, slaving away, getting our money, and then turning around and giving it to these companies and these corporations for things that we don't really even want. It's not even making us happy. And so I'm glad to see more and more people waking up and being like, I'm just not buying this stuff, bro. I'll buy food, I'll buy the clothes I need to buy, I'll buy things I want to buy, but you're not gonna like take all my wealth. You're not gonna like, I'm not gonna turn my time and energy into money and then you take it right back from me just because you've done some slick advertising. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. More and more people now also saying, I'm not paying these prices, okay? They think they can just keep raising prices whenever they want to. People keep talking about inflation. I keep telling y'all a lot of it is greedflation. Yes, there's inflation. A lot of it is greedflation. Inflation is making the prices go like this. Greedflation is making it go like that. You got to really think about a product. Do eggs really have to be that much more expensive now? Think about it. What went up for the egg companies, for the people who make eggs? What went up? They're not paying the people who work at the egg farm anymore. The chickens might cost a little more now, but like they breed their own chickens, right? They're not paying the person who drives the eggs from the farm to the store anymore. They're not paying the store employee anymore. Chicken feed might have went up to feed you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about this stuff. Go through the supply chain. People, supply chain increases in prices. What part of the supply chain? A lot of the supply chain is human. They're not paying us anymore. You got to think about this stuff. A lot of it is greedflation. They're just like, okay, inflation made it go up 3%. Let's make it go up 10%. They're still paying that. Okay, let's make it go up 20%. They're still paying that. More and more people. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. We just won't eat eggs. The churn just won't get eggs. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. And when it comes to like necessities, it is sad when we have to decide between, you know, what we're going to eat and what we're not going to eat. But when it definitely comes to the non-necessities, folks, this is how dumb they think we are. This is how dumb they think we are. We got a bunch of stuff they don't even need, and we're just going to keep raising the prices, and they'll keep buying it because we told them they should buy it. Because we told them if they buy it, then that makes them look successful. That makes them look like, you know, they're making it in life. And we can raise the price as much as we want. They'll keep buying it. They don't even need it. They don't even use it. They're down there at the corporate board meeting laughing their butts off. More and more people not doing it. People just like, I'm not going to keep paying these prices. If things are going to get more expensive, I'm just going to buy things I need, bro. Like, I really think now is the time to hang on to cash. I don't care. Every time I talk about like saving money or hanging on to cash, people are like, oh, you're losing money that way. You know, the dollar loses X amount of value every year. I know. I've done the research. But you know how the dollar loses value even quicker? When you spend it on crap you don't need that's overpriced. This is what I understand. Oh, you shouldn't save money because then you're losing money. You're also losing money when you go $10,000 in debt, in credit card debt, buying crap you don't need. So what are we doing here? I really think now's the time to hold on to some cash. You know, I still invest, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I just feel like this is one of them times that like around the corner, we're going to be able to like put that cash to good use, because I think like stuff like this buy nothing rebellion, there's going to be changes. If more and more people just stop buying, if we stop buying crap and crappy stuff, eventually there's going to be a company that comes along and goes, you know what if we went back to the old ways and we made quality products? Like my laptop example. Everybody's making crappy laptops, right? If someone comes along and goes, hey, what if we made a really good laptop at an affordable price? Everybody's going to buy that, right? And so I think this buy nothing movement, this buy nothing rebellion, it could have extreme consequences. I think prices will have to come down if nobody's willing to pay it, if nobody can. That's the thing. This is what happens with greed. Greed always shoots itself in the foot. Like, we'll take a little bit of greed. We'll accept a little bit of greed. We don't mind that companies make a little profit, but when it becomes all about profits and they go overboard with the greed, eventually they shoot themselves in the foot, because even if we want to buy it, we can't. We just get too broke. We just get too in debt. And then eventually prices have to come down. So I think this buy nothing movement, this buy nothing rebellion, which I like because it's a peaceful rebellion. I get so many people in the comment section like calling for like open revolution in the streets. I'm like, meanwhile, you're not even willing to stop doing the little stuff in your day-to-day life that could like make positive change, right, in the world. But you want me to go out there and get arrested. Like, stop, you know what I mean? Stop. I'm not for this open rebellion, anything violent like that. I like something like this. And I've tried to incorporate this in my life. I'm like, you know what, moving forward, there's just some things I'm not going to buy. You know, even when it comes to like food, I'm going to be more intentional about the food I buy. Just because I'm really craving something, if I go in the store and it's super expensive, I ain't buying it no more. Nah, y'all not getting me. I'm not doing it. I just think more and more people are getting fed up. Go out to the grocery store and watch, see if more people don't push a buggy in, look at one price, turn around, leave. Nope. Watch how many people start leaving stuff at the register. They scan about 3 items, like, well, that's all I got, so y'all gonna have to put these back. Y'all better put these grapes back quick. They're gonna go bad. But anyway, yeah, I if you're not already part of the buy nothing movement, I strongly think like look into it. And it doesn't have to be buy nothing. Buy nothing rebellion sounded better than like buying less rebellion. You know what I mean? We gotta have catchy titles here. So I'm not saying you have to buy nothing. You have to go a year, buy nothing new. That's cool if you can do that. I think a lot of people have looked around and realized I already got a ton of stuff. So I don't need to buy new clothes. I don't need to buy new jewelry. I don't need to buy new shoes. I don't need to buy new electronics. I already got a house full of stuff. I could just use that and only buy the things I need. So if you can do that, cool. But even if, you haven't jumped on this bandwagon yet, I say think about it. I think this is a way that each and every one of us can make a difference. I think this is a way that each and every one of us can take a stand. They think we're stupid. They think we're cattle. They think we're dumb. They think we're just going to go along with everything. We're not doing it no more. If I need a jacket, I'll buy a jacket. I don't need to buy a $500 name brand jacket just because you put your label on there. Especially if I've never even heard of that brand, except it came up in like a rap song, so I'm gonna go buy it. We're not doing that no more. Are those of us who are really serious about changing this world we live in, we're not doing it anymore. I think the buy nothing rebellion has begun. I think it could change everything, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. What have you stopped buying? Are you gonna do a buy nothing week? What does your cart look like? What does your cart look like when you leave up out of the Home Depot? Do you still buy eggs? In the comment section, if you're so inclined, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also, I almost never do this, but I'm in a great mood today. Hit the like button. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.